I'm going to call the meeting of the June 22nd, 2015 meeting of the Ayer Board of Health to order. Barring we have no public input, we can move straight on to Bridget. Bridget gave me just a couple of items this week in the packet. One of them is just a conference permit for the Ladies of the Oriental Shrine for the July 4th event. And then there's one other item in our packet from Bridget, which is with respect to a site plan review of 31 Willow Road. And apparently this will need, it's in the zone 2.
Okay.
And so it will need, and this is the first I'm seeing it because it was just brought back
What is
over
the
here
place?
today.
What kind of a place?
31 Willow, and I'm actually trying to see, Bridget, do you know?
That's where they want to put the marijuana place once, and I said, that's in the zone 2. And then they decided they weren't going to go through all that.
Do you know what the nature of it is?
I am trying to think. It's an
Commercial
addition.
development.
You know if you go towards Littleton, where that dance place is, because there's that water, the laboratory.
You show me analytical?
Yep. It's that, I think they're adding on in there. They're adding.
I didn't think that, but I thought 31 Willow Road is up further. Where we're going to put, what does it say? You know where I'm talking about, the building where they were going to go in there and then because it was in the zone 2.
Oh, that was the building that I think was closer to the tracks, right? Wasn't it?
Little down, but it's still the zone 2.
I was just trying to find out, I think I went right past this. It's a 31 Willow Road. It doesn't, I just presume it's an expansion of the existing building. I was just trying to see if they said what the use was.
Yeah, I think, is it in the description?
This might be your agenda.
I did that so long ago, I honestly can't remember.
It's all right, let me take a quick
This is
peek
the
and
first
see.
I'm seeing of this.
Oh, it is that, it's the building that they gave a little picture of it. So regardless, what we need from this, Jane, is probably just to get in touch with, they need to come before the Board of Health because we need to issue a special permit for work within the aquifer.
Okay.
And
They've already been notified, just so that you know, GPR.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
they didn't know that it was in the aquifer.
Okay.
So they've been notified, and I think they'll probably contact us when they're ready to proceed forward.
Okay, so what they need, Jane and Pam and I and Mary have gone through a few of these together. It does require a special permit by the Board of Health through a public meeting, and there's a legal ad that the applicant needs to have published when we give them a date. There's an application on your computer,
Yep.
and so if you could locate that and at least have it
Isn't
ready.
the same one that we did for Vitasoy when they came in?
Yep.
Okay.
These are closer though. These
Yeah.
are close in that zone 2.
So, what we'll probably just, and we'll have a public meeting at that point.
But
But
they
I
have a
wait.
public hearing on July 2nd.
I know, they won't make the 2-week requirement for us to publish.
So we wait until they contact us.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to reach out with the application for them, but the planning board is having a meeting on July 2nd.
So where exactly is this, Bridget? I'm trying to figure out.
Down towards Littleton, off near 2A. No, do you know where Neshoba Analytical is? Where the auto unloading facility is? Just over the railroad tracks on the right.
The auto unloading goes down.
Right, it's in that general area though. It's right on the right. So do you know where the auto unloading facility
It was
is?
BMA for a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's in that general, it's in the front part of that.
I think I'm still on the right place. You're saying it's down closer to the dance. I'm saying BMA is up further.
Well, it's
It's
between
on
the
that
two.
road.
It's between the dance and the train tracks.
I'd
on
say
the
it's like
right.
maybe if a half a mile,
Right.
if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm going
Yes.
towards Littleton, it's on the right-hand
Right.
side.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the place
That's the
I know.
place. Yeah.
That's where at one time they were going to put
Okay,
one of those
that's right. That's right.
marijuana growing
So if you
facilities
want to
in there.
reach out to GPR and give them the application, you're welcome to, but I
Definitely
certainly,
is in the zone 2.
yeah. So that's going to need a public meeting. So you know what you might want to do is if you wanted to be proactive, You could reach out to them with the application and give them our next 2 or 3 meeting dates.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 31. And what kind of places they're going to be?
Actually, it doesn't read inside of here what it is. I just went through this.
They're just adding on to
It
the
just looks
building.
like it's adding on to the existing space, which is like a light industrial. I think it's,
Right.
at least from what I can see, there's nothing in here at all that reads what it is. But we will get that in our
We had
process.
somebody else that was going to do something down there too, but then they didn't do anything with it. Well, there's room in there to add
Oh,
on.
yeah,
They have
lot is
parking,
big
but
enough.
we
It
need
looks like
to
it's
know what
weird.
we're putting in there.
right, which is what we'll find out.
Is all of that on the app? I don't remember. Or
We'll
do I
get
need
it,
to
yeah, they
ask
have to give
questions?
us the nature of what they're doing. They need to make a different application over to us, so.
Okay.
If this had come in early enough, we agreed that we would try to get on to the same public hearing, but I don't think it's not gonna make it, because I'll be away next week anyway.
Yeah, I
so,
don't think it can, July 2nd.
No,
I'm assuming that because they didn't know.
they don't seem like they're in a rush. This
They
came in,
Yeah,
They didn't know they were in the aquifer, so when I called, I think it was Nick from GPR,
yeah,
he didn't realize that he was in the
Okay.
aquifer, so I think,
I'm surprised because they've done a lot of work in air.
yeah,
Yeah, too bad.
yeah, I'm surprised.
all right. Bridget, do you have anything else? I know at the last meeting, there was a number of little updates with respect to some of your outstanding housings. A couple on Washington Street that were just those bags. Are they still there? Yeah, I'm gonna share with you the experience I had with that same company at those properties. They come when they get you in their queue. And I
Yeah.
waited about 2 weeks for mine, but it's been quite a while for
well,
them.
I think they're in foreclosure, so it's the bank that has them, so
Right,
they're-
right, okay.
they're one's just miscellaneous trash and the other's like, I think,
One of them looked like a Baxter, which is what I had
Yeah.
on my property a few weeks ago.
but there's no, to my knowledge, their both houses are in foreclosure, so
Okay.
no one's.
They're
and it's
mostly
just gonna-
debris, as far as, there's
Right.
no real rubbish in the sense of organic
There's
materials.
mattresses on one
Yeah,
of them.
okay.
And then we got another call today for Maple Street, 2224. So
Mhm.
the gentleman that called to complain did not leave his phone number, so I can't call him back, but he's in the other apartment. Just talking about asbestos debris and things like that in the basement, but, so I'll have to call Mr. Brown.
Do you need us at all? I mean, if you need us to have him on an agenda over the summer, if you don't feel he's responsive, just let us know. I know he's got the orders against him.
Right, I think I'll call tomorrow and find out what's going on, because I also found out that the house was supposed to be under agreement, it's being sold, so,
Okay,
well, I
okay.
can follow up with the real estate
And where are
agent.
these
Where?
houses?
It's
22, 24 Maple Street. But what
Yeah.
about the miscellaneous trash and debris we were talking about?
They were
Those
on
are the
Washington
Washington
Street.
Street.
Washington
Yeah.
Street, okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
The Chinese food restaurant Empire City's closed.
Really?
Really?
For business reasons?
I guess,
Not by your direction?
No.
although I did get blamed, but no.
Interesting. I actually will be curious to see if a similar use tries to reopen there, because sometimes you see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything as of yet.
Okay.
I think, Bridget, it's the cost. And when they went there, I said, you're never going to make enough money to pay your bills. They have to pay their lease, they have to pay their water and sewer. He doesn't.
Well, we know how he
Yeah.
does it. We know, right, Mary? We
Yeah.
have it here, right, Pam?
Yeah.
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 I knew they were never
You
going
know,
to do that.
I'll be curious to see. Now, just purely from your perspective, when a restaurant closes, they don't necessarily tell you, right? You just kind of find out.
They'll tell us, so if we didn't find out and we send out our renewal notice in September, sometimes they'll call us or send an email that they've closed, but usually you don't find out. I'm the last to know.
I found out a restaurant closed once because they failed to get rid of the food inside.
Oh, no.
And it was a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, no.
And rotten broccoli smells pretty bad after a few days. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Wow.
All right, well, I'm sorry to see that. I'm actually sorry to see it more
Yeah.
because it's a business in town that's left,
Yep.
but
I'm surprised they stayed as long.
I was
as
just
they
gonna
did.
say they were there for a couple of years.
Bridget,
Please.
on 224 Maple, did you say it's going to be sold?
It's for sale, and there was some sort of agreement.
Except that when you had him here, you told him he could not rent out that until he
And
Right.
you did.
cleaned up that. He
And
did
he
it
did.
anyway.
Right. He can sell the property though, and I guess that's,
I feel bad for anybody then that's going to be stuck with that.
Do you have anything more for us?
just the Vitus way.
Yes. So I was going to wait until a little bit later in the evening, but why not? Last Wednesday evening, I had a phone call at 9 o'clock from our health agent asking about there's been a number of newer odor complaints for Vitasoy. So your trusty chairman hopped in the car and took a ride over, and
Sniffed
it
around.
was bad. Without embellishing, it was bad, and it kind of
no.
stayed in my car for a while.
Oh, no.
It's a very strong, unpleasant situation that's still continuing over there. I think that when Bridget had called me, she's had a few newer complaints about odor.
Yeah.
And so with my verification on it, Bridget and I were talking that night. Now, we sat here in December or January with Vitasoy when we approved their special permit to update their wastewater system. And I think we were all hopeful.
Yep.
Well, they talked as if it was
So,
going to end everything.
I-
All complaints.
you know,
Yep.
for me, it's not personal to me. I'm not the people that are living right across the street from it. However, I live in this town, and as a Board of Health member and as the sitting chair right now, I would like the board's opinion, and I've gone ahead and drafted a letter asking them to come before us to explain why we still have to. And I did draft it. I actually took the liberty of drafting it because I thought you guys would be in favor of it.
I was going to suggest that you do, and I think they need
I have it.
to.
I think that's
There's
totally
nothing
appropriate.
but
I
complaints
do.
down there. They've had fires down there.
Of course, I went and put it.
This was going to take care of everything, and
Yeah.
It's
That's
actually
what
a nice piece
concerns
of
me,
work.
is
Yeah.
that it's just,
I'd just give them a
Dragging
date.
out.
I wouldn't ask them because they'll
Oh
find
no,
it.
I've given them a date.
They'll find a date in October or
Yeah.
November to
Yeah.
come. I would suggest
Yeah.
the next meeting.
Here it is, just for the boards, just to expedite this.
yep, sure.
I wrote on June 22nd, at a regularly scheduled meeting of the Ayer Board of Health, the board received a regular update with our health agent. Over the course of the update, the board discussed complaints that our offices continue to receive with regard to odor complaints being made regarding Vitasoy USA, 1 New England Way. These odor complaints have been verified by Ms. Bradley as well as Heather Haas, current chair of the Board of Health. Based upon this discussion with Ms. Bradley, as well as other reporting that the board has been following, the board shares an overall concern with the continued odor issues in this area as they relate to the environmental impact as well as the air quality in this part of town. The board agreed that we would like an opportunity to meet with members of Vitasoy team to discuss the chronic odor complaints and to fully understand what steps are being taken to provide a solution for this problem. We request that you appear before the Board of Health at a regularly scheduled meeting on Monday, July 13th, which is our next meeting,
Absolutely.
to discuss these concerns. At this time, we welcome any and all information with you and your representatives. Please contact our office to confirm your availability, as well as a time. We can give them a time, but I'm like, if they say I can't get there till 6, I'm like, that's fine. Very truly yours, Heather Haas.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So what we were gonna try to do was try to get a little more information from DEP between now and then as far as the actual number of complaints.
Yeah.
And
Get
just
that
try to
letter right out
have,
tomorrow.
yeah. So I'm gonna sign it, and I have copies to Neshoba, the selectmen, and DEP.
Perfect.
So that can go when we send everything in. that can go right out tomorrow too, if you don't mind, Jane.
Yep, I'll be
Um,
happy to. If I
So
can
for
have it.
me, yeah, I'll get it over
Oh,
to you.
okay.
Yeah. For me, it's just unacceptable that we are 6 months into the year and they did the wastewater system replacement. It was like in the early, like Q1. This is
Why the
not.
selectmen, why not the DPW?
Oh, I
superintendent?
actually, I mean, I could send it to him. I'm happy to.
Well,
Because I'm also,
wastewater
right,
is-
I don't think it, believe it or not, I would actually be surprised if it's still wastewater. I actually wonder if it's not part of their processing.
That's what I think it is too. I don't think it's wastewater in our system. I think
I
it's,
think it's an air pollution issue. I
Yeah.
think it's a.
And there's different things going on, and it's like I was telling Michelle Delmar, there are days where it absolutely lingers. And just kind of as a side note, in between my office, between Kayleen, Ira, and I, we're always going down that road. For some reason lately, not me as much, but between Kayleen and Ira, they've been smelling it, and they didn't say anything because they just figured someone else had complained.
yeah.
So, but there's that smell that lingers. But then there's also a smell, and it's odd because it will come on pretty quickly, but then it dissipates quickly. So there was a complaint that came in. I think it was. I called you Thursday night.
Was it Thursday or Wednesday? Whatever night it
It
was.
was Thursday because I had Friday off, so I was away.
Oh,
So
okay.
Wednesday, I think Wednesday night into Thursday morning, I had a complaint, and I was coming in and doing inspection. So by the time I got the complaint and the time I got over there, I think was 8:15. So I think it might have been like around 7:30ish, maybe, or 7:45 that the complaint came in, and by 8:15 when I went by, it was gone. I mean,
Wow.
gone. But it
Huh.
was one of the ones where it was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then Heather smelled. So I'm assuming that night, Thursday night,
That was
the
a
same
heavy, lingering odor that smelled like organic, almost like composty, like aerobic breakdown. Like it was pretty rough. And it was not a quick, oh, did you smell that?
Mhm.
It was there because we actually pulled into New England Way, and not only did I have to pull in, but I had to wait to turn around. I was just going to pull a U-turn because there was a
Yeah.
car coming out.
Yeah.
So we actually sat there for a second and we put our windows down, and that was
You really
Well, coincidentally,
experienced it.
when I got back in today to check, and I checked my email, it wasn't until later this afternoon, there was another complaint that came in, and it came in Thursday night at 10:32
that was a
from
rough
somebody
night.
else, completely separate.
Huh.
And I guess he didn't say where he lived, but he said he was several miles away, and he actually could smell it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I sent Michelle an email this afternoon from DEP, just basically saying we had another complaint that I got today, but was from
Yeah.
Thursday, that the gentleman lived several miles away, and he smelt it as well, and that the board would be calling them in for a meeting, but I copied Vitasoy and the legal team for Vitasoy, so that they all are on.
That's great.
But
That
Maybe
is
just make
good.
sure, Jane, that you send it regular mail, but then send one certified too. That way,
Oh,
we can double check that somebody at the front desk has signed for it. But send it both ways. Send it
Oh,
certified and send it
absolutely.
regular.
Absolutely.
That way, we at
Right.
least have a signature that somebody received it. We want to work with them, but it's,
Oh.
No, I mean,
this is
Yeah.
6 months in,
Yeah.
and
But they assured us.
they did. They
that
were
that
almost
was going
fairly
to, oh, they
certain.
knew about the
Yeah.
odor, they
Yeah.
felt bad, and
Yep.
this treatment was going to
Yeah.
take care of that.
Yeah.
I think it might just be a completely other issue that might have been running in tandem with the wastewater issue, and now
Yeah,
the
could've
wastewater
been.
issue's been abated. But you could send a copy to Mark Wetzel as well.
Okay.
You know why I wanted to copy the selectmen? Only because if there's a business certificate or a business license
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Well, I think even
Um,
too pending litigation, I think at
Just
this
to make
particular
sure they're
point,
in tow.
everyone needs to be
Yeah,
on the same
Yeah.
page.
Yep.
If complaints are coming in, I keep telling people, we don't know if you don't tell us, and even if you
Yeah.
We really
just
don't know.
keep telling us, because the more that, the more
The
people.
more we know.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I told you tomorrow, Michelle is going out there for a regularly scheduled
That's
meeting.
awesome.
So we can hopefully get some more information from her.
Great. That's good. Yeah, okay. So that's it
Interesting.
for Vitasoy. We should
Okay.
hope to see them on July 13th. Now, If they can't make the 13th, if their environmental person comes, I would offer up the next immediate available
Okay.
meeting.
I
But
have a
I'm not
feeling-
open to that.
No, I'm not
unless,
either.
unless the right person can't make it. If they say the person's, I don't know, someplace else.
I have
So
a
it's July
feeling if you
13th,
give them
then
another date that.
they would take it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So I'm offering the July 13th, but I'm not really open to other ones unless they can show cause, but
Well, they
This
were
is going
fine,
out.
weren't they fine last
Yeah.
year by
Yeah.
DEP, so.
yep.
I think
All right.
that their total tally now is around $15,000 worth of fines,
Mhm.
so.
So that's that. So hopefully we can, and if you let the residents know that we're having that meeting that evening, that way if they
Okay.
feel the need to want to express any
I'm sure they will.
concern to Vitasoy, if we have an audience,
That would be nice to hear
perhaps a
from
representative
some of the
from our-
affected
perhaps a
individuals.
member of our local press could attend that meeting. I'm just thinking, it's, let's put it out there.
As soon as you
Yeah.
get a confirmation, put it
Yeah.
out on the town's website,
Yeah.
and Facebook and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the residents will come in that
And I just
area.
think that it's their opportunity, and maybe they have a good PR team in place that's been able to work with the neighbors, but doesn't necessarily work with us at this point, so, okay.
Well, I wonder too if
Excellent.
copying it to the selectmen is great, because I think sometimes the selectmen
Well-
hear complaints about,
You know what,
No,
believe
that-
it or not, I wrote this, I
don't
know
always
this is
make
gonna
it to
sound
us.
really silly, believe it or not, this letter I wrote a year ago ahead of the wastewater update, and I never brought it up because they were doing the wastewater update,
Yeah.
and I think talking with Mark Wetzel and the
Supposed to
town and
resolve
knowing what
things,
was
yeah.
happening there, so it's funny that I had them all copied from last year.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we'll get that out, and hopefully we'll have a good discussion.
You
a
might
good
want
discussion.
to drag out the minutes too from that
From
meeting
the,
and everything.
I think it was December or so. Yeah, I probably could find it. All right. So Bridget, if that's all from you, then thank you. That's it. Great. Excellent. All
And,
right.
Oh, did you?
Please.
You signed, excuse me, the, for, over Jarvis Ford.
I actually did that just before I got here, and then I scanned it and sent it to Carly, so that will be in the envelope for the next meeting.
Okay.
For that, I think the public hearing.
July 2nd.
July 2nd. Be there, be square. All right. Next item on the agenda is just the review of the June 8th minutes. Just ahead of the board, just ahead of our meeting. I noticed that the date was May 18th.
Yeah.
So I had that changed with Jane upstairs, so I have a clean copy.
oh, great.
I did
Yeah,
get a
that's
clean
what it
copy.
is. Perfect.
Yeah. You know what, I only just happened to see it just by circumstance, like I printed it out, I grabbed it off the printer. So, nice little shout out to my stepson. Bye, Bridget. Oh.
It was June 8th.
That's June 8th, yeah, got June 8th.
Yeah, she's all set. Oh,
Yep.
because I don't have,
But I thought she emailed back and said, I think she copied both of us. Oh, yeah, no, she's all set. That's the, yep, she's all set.
oh, good.
Okay.
I just didn't
So,
see that.
Pam, I know you were not here, and Mary, I know you've looked at these, and
Yeah,
so
as you're
I'm,
on, make a motion to
great,
approve the minutes
Great.
of June 8th.
yeah. I'm gonna second that one, Mary.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Mary moved and I seconded.
Of what?
The minutes,
Oh, okay.
you can sign them.
Should I say not in attendance?
No, you can
or
just sign
just
them.
go ahead and sign? Okay. All right. Just- There you go.
Moving right along. That. Next item, and Pam, I'm not sure whether you have an update. I wasn't sure if those meetings fell before or after you fell ill.
It was before, and I actually had not given an update. It was back in
No,
April.
Right, I thought so.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was-
wasn't 100%.
April 16th, so just a very quick update on that. The next one is scheduled for July, I think it also might be the 16th. Yep, July 16th, unless that date changes. And what they primarily talked about were two things. One was the AOC 50, which is the airfield, where they had done a couple of studies looking for that chlorinated solvent that was used for parachute cleaning, and, you know, just making sure that they really had the source identified. And they presented the results of some really interesting testing that they had completed in October of 2014, where they were able to profile what the concentration of this material is at various depths. And there is still a concentration. This is the project where at one point they were injecting a molasses substance that actually like binds up the chemicals that they're trying to get out. So they pump it in and then pump it out. And what they found was that there is an area that's a little bit deeper, down around that, like 45 to 65 foot area, where there's still a lot of stuff there. So they're thinking that what they did the last time around may not have gotten that deeper stuff. It may have just kind of pulled up the stuff from a little bit higher. So they're going to be doing some more remedial injections there. I think it's May and June. Yep, May and June 2015. And they're going to do these injections so that they drill, instead of like filling the pipe from the top, so you see the whole thing would fill up, and if it has a chance to seep out, it could before it gets to the bottom. They're going to drill directly down to that like 65, 75 foot area and start the injecting down there, so that they're
Okay.
really targeting getting, getting the stuff that's deeper. So that was supposed to happen, it said May to June, and so I would assume at the next one, we'll probably hear another report on that. And then they just briefly talked about Shepley's, just a little bit. Shepley's wasn't really the big topic, but they have done some things. They have a study going on right now that's looking at trying to determine that background arsenic level, so that they can figure out if the arsenic level in the groundwater now is, they know there's arsenic there, but they don't really know how it compares to just what's the background level that's in the water around here, right? So that's going on. They increased the volume of the pump and treat up to 50 gallons per minute, which was what was defined in the remedial plan originally, but they had never really gotten up to that volume, so that was a good thing. And the federal EPA is working with the Army on this background arsenic concentration, so it looks like there's some good oversight of that. And the long-term monitoring and maintenance plan proposed draft update, I saw it's on our website. That came out in April 2015, came out just after this meeting, so we couldn't really talk about it at the meeting. But that's on the website. People can review it. It's got a lot of interesting information in it about what has been done and some changes that they're proposing to make based on information that has come in. So I'd encourage anybody that's interested down in that area to go on the Board of Health section of the town website and take a look.
All right, I used to be able to tell.
No, not with the new one.
Yeah, you can't tell anymore. And that's about it.
Great, so the next
So-
meeting is July.
Yep, scheduled for third Thursday in July, and I'm planning to attend that, barring any.
Weren't we talking about something that we were looking at from the Army? Was it some updates on the monitoring wells? Was it,
Yeah, we hadn't had any update on those.
if you happen to grab an ear while you're there, we were looking at, it was monitoring
It
well
was,
data.
had to do with all West Main Street.
Yeah, that actually, that's covered in that, the long-term monitoring and management plan.
Okay.
There's a pretty good discussion in there about what they found and what they're doing. And one thing that I thought was very interesting was based on their modeling going back to like 2001 when the project began. All of their modeling was kind of indicating that this plume was going to start heading west, and it hasn't. So they now have a lot, like 2001 through 2014 data to show that it really hasn't. So
I think, Pam, that what we had heard
Excuse
from
me.
some of the residents was they hadn't done any more monitoring and they were supposed to do it. So I think that was the
Additional
question.
testing on the,
Um,
monitoring.
You know, they had said when they were going to do it again.
Yeah.
And apparently when they do go out there, you can hear it because they.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And-
sure you see the people out there rustling
Yeah.
around. I'll take a look and see
See
if
if
that's
they've done
covered in that plan
That's
from
all right.
April. And if not, I can definitely bring it up in
Even
the,
ask,
yeah, in the
Just
July
how
one.
that's going.
Yeah.
That's
That's
fine.
Yep.
Well, thank you for that.
You are welcome.
Thank you for attending for us, by the way. I know that's a decent time commitment to those meetings, because I'm
They're
gonna
pretty
get-
interesting.
Yeah.
They have some
And the
pretty cool
representatives at the
technology.
table, I mean, it's a little bit of everybody. It's
Yeah, it
state,
is.
Federal,
Yeah.
local, and then it's PACE as well. I
Yeah,
mean, there's a lot
yeah,
of people
PACE is
on that.
always there,
seat,
yeah,
always.
and the
They
PACE
have a seat
consultant.
at the
yep.
table. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
very good. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like him. Yep.
Dougherty, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Rich Doherty.
All right, well, thank you for that. Now, Pam, when you were not here at the last meeting, we discussed a little bit, this is a follow-up item from our last meeting. We discussed a little bit, we have some end-of-year money,
Mm-hmm.
and we discussed how we might want to spend it, whether it was on a replacement printer or, and then we talked about a voice recorder, because we have some money left in our supplies budget. And so, I just wanted it back on the agenda, because I don't know that
Well,
we
we
need
have to do it.
Right, we do. We
Yeah,
have to
that's
do it.
right. It's got to be
And,
spent by, or
we
the
have
order
to have it
has
on.
to be
What
placed,
we
right?
have to do
Is it
is,
encumbered?
we have to make a decision what we're going to
Right.
buy, and then we have to tell Lisa to
Correct.
encumber that money.
Correct.
Okay.
So, there was a few, and Mary and Jane, and I think Cindy got pulled in, because we looked at Cindy just as the IT administrator.
Yeah.
I did not, I did what you asked me to do.
You did. I
I
know.
went right down to Staples.
Yep. I know.
And
inkjet.
they had it on sale.
Yep.
He couldn't have been nicer. He understood that I wasn't going to buy it that day. That it was. Well, he knew all about towns,
Sure,
paying
yeah.
taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one I looked at, it was on sale for a very good price, $120 savings. It had a printer, a copy, in fact, two-sided printer,
Nice.
a fax and a scan.
nice.
I took my measuring tape so it would fit in what we had, and I thought we were going to get it, but apparently we did not.
Well, you know what, and we didn't not get it because of any reason more than, I believe at the time, it was an inkjet. An inkjet ink is more expensive than a laser jet
True.
as far as long-term. And so, and so it certainly was not to step on any of your homework whatsoever. I have so I asked if we could look at it at a laser jet just to get a comparable price. And so,
I
when you
did look at one of them that was a
yeah,
laser
a
jet.
laser
You wrote
jet.
it right here.
Yeah, yeah. So we have, I think we have yours here. We actually, Cindy gave us the model that you had found was an HP, and I think it was either 8630 or 6830.
Well, I had looked
Oh,
at
that's
a lot
exactly
of
what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really what we came down to is we had three that look and feel the same as far as the size and the function. One of them is the inkjet. It's got everything. They all are 4-in-1. all
Yeah.
of the printers. The one that Mary had, I think that we ended up finding a price of $280. Another one, there was a price of, it doesn't look right, but it says 99, and I don't know why it reads so low, but anyway. And then there's a laser jet for $229, 4-in-1.
That's the one he wrote down
Yeah,
here?
yes.
And it regularly was,
Yeah.
uh,
So that's a
$329.
good option because the toner is only $64, where the inkjet is $93.
Is the laser one color? Probably not for that price, right?
Duplex, no, but we actually discussed as a group that the color wasn't, because what we're doing upstairs is primarily
need
copies,
Yeah,
that we'd rather get something that functions well on the other respects and use either down here.
yeah, because you can print it down here if you're
Right.
doing a spreadsheet
Yeah.
or something with
well, we
colors.
basically don't need color.
Right.
We
Not
did it
for up there,
sometime.
right, not
Yeah.
for, not
You
for
know.
the office upstairs. Right.
Yeah,
So it's $229 and the toner's gonna be $64. So that's, and if that's the same one you saw, then we got.
Well, that's the one he wrote for me.
M22.
is that an HP also?
Yeah. Huh?
That's an HP also?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're all HP.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're there. It's the laser jet one, which is good.
All the other
Yeah.
ones, he
Yeah.
said, they all came with color, and how they did it with that is, even if you didn't want to use it, you
Yeah.
had to put the color in,
Right.
or you couldn't turn
Yeah.
it, as you know,
All right.
on, so.
Yeah.
So for
yeah.
lack of anything else, if we can just all agree that the laser jet one it's $229.
Is it still that price, though?
It will be, because where she found it was not, I don't believe it was at Staples. It was, stand by. There's 3 of them here in my.
Why is somebody else telling us what?
Well, you know
to
what, she
buy?
did the research for us, Mary. She wasn't telling us. She gave us 3
Oh,
to
yes,
choose
she did
from.
to me.
Oh, see, I didn't get that impression. I apologize for that. I didn't get that impression at all, but.
Yeah, Staples doesn't always have the best.
Well, I actually think the one we found here,
Price.
it was.
Same one.
Yeah, same one. $229.
Was that like
Amazon.com.
Newegg or, Amazon,
Oh, I
yeah,
got the, you know
yeah.
what, I
These
pulled
were
the-
just specs for us to look
I
at.
pulled the specs
Got it.
off Amazon,
Yeah.
that's all, because
Yeah,
they
and we
had,
have the vendor to go through together.
Oh, okay, got it.
and there
Yeah.
was a price disparity, you know, there were different prices.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I'll go through Cindy and see what we can.
So we just need to make the purchase and
Well-
have the money encumbered.
Who are we buying this from?
We're buying it, who's the vendor?
I don't know.
Oh, there is a
No,
vendor.
Yeah,
that-
whoever has the best price, I would say.
We have a contract with a vendor.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well,
I see.
we have always used Staples.
I know we have. I totally understand that.
And, you know, I like to give it to the local people that we've always had a good rapport with. So if we can still get this, I don't know why we're going.
The
through
HP, if you can get the laser jet at that price.
Correct, that's what he wrote down for me, and
Let
he
me
said,
see.
go on, the
See, that says DW and this says DN, the model. So I just want to make double sure that it's the same model.
M225DW.
Right, and this is
HP laser jet.
M225DN. I don't know if it's this, yeah.
It's not this way.
It is a laser jet though. I just want to make sure if it's the same price point. Mary, in all honesty, I don't have any problem going through a local store to buy it. Can you guys just confirm that it's the same one?
You know what, I'll
And
get a price
Mary, I'm happy to go
from
to
Cindy,
Staples.
and I'll check Amazon, and I'll check
Well,
Staples.
if it's Staples, and so let's buy it this week though.
We have to get
We
it
have to
done
get it
tomorrow,
done.
and then we have
Yeah.
to let Lisa know.
Yeah, good.
Because
We
otherwise.
agree on the laser jet,
Yeah,
that's fine. And if we end up at Staples to buy it,
That's
That's
great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
all right, that's great.
I'll-
The second item, and just to kind of get through it, was a voice recorder. Kind of the identified need was having something that might be able to function a little bit better with a rewind capability.
Yeah,
where Right
yeah.
now, it looks like it rewinds by sections as opposed to real time.
Yeah,
And so,
Yeah.
what we were able to find and what we actually got a quote for is the same voice recorder that I think Carly uses.
It's actually an updated, and I think it's a little cheaper than what they pay, but it has, you know.
And it's
more
150, it's 150.
Yeah.
It's still a pretty
That's
good
pretty
deal.
reasonable,
I was
yeah.
actually
And they're
thinking we'd
really
be.
very,
Yeah.
very happy with it.
Yeah, and
Good.
I would actually think that 150 is less than I thought we would end up paying.
Yeah.
ask
Yeah,
for it.
I
thought
think
we
that
paid
sounds like a good price.
Upwards of 2.
What did you say, so I can get the...
$154 is the
And
cost
where is
on it.
that coming from?
This is from a government connection. This is a government contract for IT, and it's a government rate, as a matter of fact. That's probably why it's only $150.
Yeah, that does seem like a pretty
The
good
other
price.
ones, the printers weren't a government contract. That was just research. This one is a proper government IT provider.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. So if the board is in agreement, we'll just order those 2 things and have them
We
taken
need
care of.
I think it sounds good.
Yeah,
I think we need it.
That's good.
You have to,
Good stuff.
you have to encumber it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we need
Let's
to
do it.
encumber and purchase, and get some stuff, go shopping. Thank
Yeah.
you. So-
Now, did this
Hold on.
question about the having centralized printers?
You know what?
Did that just kind of?
It hasn't, it's not gonna quite work up on the 3rd floor. I mean, the centralized printer is here.
I know, it's not really.
I mean, ideally, if say the one in our office was dead, she's linked into the one in the planning board, but we just know we need one. And I actually talked to Cindy
Yeah.
about it myself, and I said, all discussions that you've ever had aside,
Yeah.
I'm like, the planning board office, economic development office isn't
Yeah.
open all the
Yeah.
time, or the same
Yeah.
hours.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, but also, we have a high demand printer down here. I don't see a need
Right.
to have one up on the 3rd floor.
And
Yeah,
you
I
know
don't either.
something? I believe in efficiency.
I agree
And
with you.
to get, jumping up to go someplace else.
I don't
Mhm.
disagree.
And it,
It's-
and you know what
it does-
happens, Pam.
happens
You
to
get down
me.
there, you're waiting,
Mhm.
and then you're waiting,
see a resident,
and then
somebody
somebody
says,
says,
"Hey."
they're
Oh, yeah.
talking, and
Happens
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. No, I was just more curious to see if that
It-
had
it
been
kind
a
of-
policy
it's-
change, or
it's
did it just kind
not
of?
moving forward. I
Okay.
think that they looked at the top floor and, so we will move forward with that. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Now, do I need any signatures on
You
here?
have our approval, and then we'll sign the bills when they come in.
Okay, and according to that, the documentation there, if I order these things tomorrow, we should have the invoices.
Absolutely.
In
Or if we
plenty
went to
of
Staples
time.
tomorrow, we'd have it in
Yeah.
plenty of time for the
Plenty
bill.
of time to do that,
Yeah.
so.
well, she encumbers it.
Yeah,
That's what it
just-
means.
Just tell her
She
we're gonna
encumbers
be
it. So
spending it, just in case.
If they didn't come
And
in
roll it
until
over.
mid-July,
Right.
she has encumbered
As long
that
as
money
you
for
can just
this
tell,
budget.
you can tell Martha we're spending this and she
Yeah.
needs to encumber that and you
Right.
can give her that.
Because if I do it online, I'll get it immediately.
Well, the government contract, you gotta go through Cindy.
Right,
And then if we go right to Staples, if you guys wanna connect and
Yeah.
maybe if you wanna run to Staples, or I don't know what your schedule is like for the week.
Well, but
or-
Staples will deliver.
deliver.
Oh, all right.
God,
then there
they
you go.
deliver.
If you find it on Staples, then,
He always will.
Oh,
deliver.
yeah.
all right,
yeah.
excellent.
I just pulled that documentation off
Thank you.
Amazon.
I remembered that. I apologize.
It was
It was to
more
look at the
complete.
specs. All right.
Yeah.
Onward and upward. Thank you for that. And if you need me for anything, just let me know. I'm kind of available. It's kind of a
You could
rough
be
couple
around
weeks.
You're away next week.
I'm away. I leave on June 30th, so I'll be away for a week after that. But and I'll just talk about that before
Are you
before I'm
coming
done.
tomorrow?
I should be around tomorrow.
All right.
All right, let's go on to the next item, which is, we have a new chicken permit request. This is the property at 45 Groton Shirley Road. This was a new property that came in via, I believe, a complaint at one point or a call
Yeah.
in. And it is a property, it's a new chicken permit, and it's for 3 chickens. And I know Bridget's been out there, and
Great.
Carlene has been out there, and they've paid their fee. And the
Excellent.
coop is being located in the back left part of the property. And as far as the property is concerned, Groton Shirley Road is the one that, is out off
Yeah.
of Groton School Road.
Yeah.
Take a left. Yeah. And so I don't see any issue with it. The coop is gonna be 3.5 by 4.5 feet, 3 chickens, acceptable size.
Yeah, doesn't seem
Both
bad.
agents have signed off as far as inspection goes.
Okay, then, if they're all set, I'd make a motion that we approve the new chicken permit for 3 chickens on 45 Groton Shirley Road.
That's a motion.
My second?
We're gonna have a second. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the chicken permit at 45 Groton Shirley Road. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. sign that.
Yes. And then what would probably be a good idea is just enter, Jane, that information into that the
Yeah.
spreadsheet that
Oh,
we
right.
have of all
Yeah, I already have.
the
that.
information,
Here, if you
hoop
wanna sign that,
sizes
just
and
give it back
things,
and
yeah.
Give her a folder
That would
full
be
of all
cool.
of our signs.
And then it'll be easier next year.
So are we caught up now with chickens?
We have one that might have been outstanding.
we still have a
and I think
straggler
we
or
We
still
still
have
have
one.
one I sent out, and I took out the spreadsheet unless it's in there. I had a request and
Right.
I sent out the information on, I believe, the 6th of June. And I have not received word and I need to follow up on that.
When would that be?
Do you
It
remember
may
the
not
property?
be on that version because,
It was just an inquiry?
and yeah, it
Oh.
was an inquiry. So I sent out the information and,
All right.
and
So
it's on
may-
mine, but I don't have the, it's on the stuff that I had in the
Okay.
file, meeting file.
All right.
I don't have it.
Mail, really just Stephanie's year-end email to everyone, telling them how to handle the closeout for the fiscal year. There's a dog bite, just a notice of, just comments back on the suitability. This is Army, US Army. This is, comments on, this is from ECR to the Army, just from Richard Dowery.
Oh, okay,
Just
just take
comments
a
back on a
quick look
report.
at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Central Mass mosquito controls, meeting dates. There was a quick question, and Jane and I spoke very briefly about it last week, and I just wanted to get the board's opinion on it. We did get a notice of an animal bite that was sent over to Carlene, copied to Pam, and when I spoke with Jane about it last week, the bite occurred on June 8th, but the fax wasn't sent and received until June 16th. That's an 8-day lapse.
It's not
Yep.
And I thought,
acceptable.
you know, there may or may not be an opportunity here for us to do some outreach to, kind of like in our rubbish hauler thing, like get names of the local vets and
Yeah.
say, you know, we need to have these ahead of time so we can act
Did that
in
one
the
come
interest
from
of
Ayer?
public health. Yes.
Didn't we contact Jane Ayer, like,
We said,
Last summer
what
to-
was the issue that we were talking
Well,
about? that
regardless
we need
of-
to
I thought it was like a
report?
slow report.
Regardless of
Yeah.
that, what I
Yeah.
really would like you to do, Jane, and with the board's approval, is work with Carlene on a communication that can be sent to the local, you know, and regional ones. I mean, you can look up who's a vet in the area, you know,
Yeah.
whether it's Ayer, Littleton, Harvard, Shirley,
Yeah.
Groton. You know, I don't know how far out. You could probably go out and out now, depending on where
Well, we
you
looked
go. But
at one
You know
point,
what?
we went back about 2 years in the book to look at where have
Yeah.
we gotten reports
You
from,
know
and
what?
it's a pretty small group.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
You know
Oh,
what we did? Remember, we asked if they could include the name of the animal.
that's right. I remember that was the update.
That was at the hospital,
Yeah.
yeah. But I thought that we also contacted the Air,
I don't think.
Yeah,
Well, let's
clinic
contact them
about
all
just
with a
timely
communication.
reporting,
If
yeah.
you need some help with
And
that, what I
I'll go ahead and make a list of everybody that's in the book and make a letter and, you know.
What I'd like to do is be able to cite the regulation and the Mass General Law
Yeah.
that requires them to report it to us.
Mhm,
And so,
absolutely.
you might need to do a little web research on that. And what I would say is, you know, it doesn't have to go out yesterday, but at the same time, if it's gonna be I want it to be a good, solid communication, not one that's just sent out quick. So if we can take the time to find the law citation and the regulation citation and just have enough meat in that letter that they kind of understand that 8 days to send a notice of a
Yeah.
bite.
yeah,
And in all honesty, it was a fax that came over.
yeah.
No, it wasn't, it was a letter. It was.
Oh, that was a hard copy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed that had
Yeah,
been a
yeah,
fax
yeah,
too,
yeah.
yeah.
So the nice part though is that the exposed animal was current. Date of last vaccination was just in January, and they were given a booster.
So I wonder
You're
if-
not dealing with an immediate health issue if the dog is current, but you do need to still issue the 10, I think it's a 10
Well,
day
they
at that
still
point.
have to be quarantined.
Yeah, but
when
not
they
for
get-
30 days.
Right.
It's like a 10
Yeah.
day
10 day.
quarantine.
Yeah.
10 day.
But
And-
what I'm saying is, and it doesn't excuse this, my relief on this is that the dog was current and was only given a booster, so, but there typically is a 10-day observation.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. We do have a bill, and I believe it's due in July for
Yeah,
Neshoba,
we
but I
might as
figured
well
we
just
could
sign
sign it. This is just the Neshoba Associated
Yeah.
Board of Health bill, and it's for just $6,137.69, and it's for the first quarter billing for nursing as well as environmental services.
And it's up 4% from last year, I think.
Here you go. You can sign below me.
Okay.
And speaking of that, Mary, don't you have a meeting to go to? Is it
The ninth.
the 9th?
There you go.
Here you go. I don't think I have any mints, or I'd offer it to you. From our last round of
Yes.
cold, I had some cough drops in my bag for a while.
I'm so tired of coffee.
Here we go. Oh, here's the folder for that, if you don't mind. No, that's great, thank you. There's your folder for that. And then just a little bit of housekeeping for me under miscellaneous. I will be out of town June 30th through July 7th. So I'll be back in town on the 8th, which is the Wednesday before our next meeting. On July 13th, and so I'm actually wondering if maybe I could work with one of you to just set the agenda, like preliminarily. I'll be back
Why
before that
don't we
Thursday.
just preliminary use this and right now just put,
Right
we're
now?
hoping
Okay.
for,
So for July,
Vitasoy. I
yeah,
mean, to me, it's just general.
Yeah,
July 13th, we'll have Vitasoy,
yeah, Vitasoy, and I believe I made a commitment
the
for
solid
that, to have
waste.
some
the
draft
application.
info for solid
All right, so
waste.
we'll have those two things on, and then just our standard business items. Okay. So we can draft that up even before I leave, Jane, and if you
Sure.
need to add anything more, I'm not going international, I'm available.
And that's, and we already know on 31 Willow Road, they
Yep.
haven't even told us what they're doing,
Right.
so.
Okay.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, this is
See,
true.
Mary, that's why I need you. You bring me back down to.
Well, I,
You don't use a voice.
That voice of practicality.
The world is going to stop when I go away. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I know
you
exactly how
everything
you
in your
feel.
life before you travel.
Yep.
So, but it's not. I'm not going international this time. Just vacation. Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
I do not.
no, and well, we need, I'll bring it up to date on the shoulder.
Oh, I'll put that down too. We'll draft up
Yeah,
an
that's
agenda, Jane. It'll be.
We could do it tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, we could just draft it and just kind of even go back and forth with it. Perfect.
Just one quick thing
Sure.
before we go. We always had on the door of our office, the office hours.
Oh, yeah,
And our
yeah, yeah.
telephone number, and
Oh.
then Bridget's number, and that, I don't know where it disappeared
Can we get that?
sometime.
It is a good thing. Can we double check it?
Yeah.
It was always right on the door, so
Oh.
if somebody came up,
And the door was closed.
they look and
I
say,
understand.
oh, okay, Tuesday and
Sure.
Thursday, 9 to 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that someplace.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
We'll just double check it.
I'll check it.
Okay.
Yep, thank you. It is good. It is good to have, and then to have her number. You know.
And because a lot of things change too, town
Yeah.
hall has, hours have changed
Yeah,
since we
Yeah.
true.
got that 15
Sign on
hours.
door.
so-
Excellent. All right. Does anybody, don't let my behavior rush anybody out the
No,
door.
that's
Anybody
all,
has anything else? No?
I have nothing
No,
else.
so, no,
Is that a motion?
I make a motion.
I mean, yes.
She's got it. She's got it.
And you know I will.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yes,
I will second that motion.
Great. A motion has been made and seconded to adjourn at 6:25. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.